Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Monster Train. Let's start up another run. Please no Imp Queen. I don't want to play the Imp Queen again. Don't make me do it, Captain. Instead, we're going to be playing with what might be a worse champion, but probably not. It is Stygian, aka the 3 HP Dream Machine, offering token, making of a morsel, Cuddle Hex, buff debuff Seraph. Freezing a card in your hand is not that bad. Let's see what we get. Friendly units get +5 attack, or when you play a spell, spells that cost less are reduced. I really like Split Anvil. You tend to be able to add pretty good expensive spells to your deck, so I think that's pretty nice. And friendly units getting +5. That's one morsel. Who cares? Split Anvil. And I'm definitely going for the Divine Horde here. I want to see what we get. Like, your champion gains +50% max health. Okay, is that 1 or 2? I mean, what's weird is that it might actually matter, and I'm tempted to take it. Instead of 6, he could have 9 HP. That's enough to survive like one sweep attack. You know what? There you go. Now my champion has more health. Now he's got 4 HP and, well, did he have 4 HP? Yeah, so now he's gonna have 6? The weird thing is, I think it matters. I honestly think it does. 10 HP is totally fine. If we can survive one more spike or one more sweep before we can start like melding and putting down morsels, I think it totally works. I think it totally matters. So plinks are trash, we can get rid of those. I suppose we will go on floor 2. And we'll put, you know what, we should have put the train steward up there, but we're probably gonna try to morsel up our train stewards anyways. So, making of a morsel. We did get a plink, let's see if we can get lucky. Nope, all right, you're dead. But you're not killing my top floor. We're not getting the gold, unfortunately, but you're not killing my top floor. You're gonna make it and hit the pyre once, which is like a little bit of a who cares moment. I mean, these units are hurting as they make it up to my pyre, but you know, we took the trial, and this is kind of just what you expect from taking the trial, let's be honest. So you're dead, you're gonna hit the pyre for 2. The boss is not gonna make it. The boss will die. We are also getting a lot of frozen cards, which is not really that good, but I guess that's fine. Offering token, dump a plink, and then you're taking 100. So if we put a train steward in front, it will tank a hit. If we play 2 frozen lances, we can attack the Inquisitor more. If we play 2 frozen lances and a train steward, it tanks 2 hits. So I think you go here, you're taking 152, now you're dead. So this is, you know, 3 pyre health and like 7, well, maybe like 50 gold, because we didn't get the collector, for the price of, and this is a very good take here, because it's gonna make everything else free thanks to the anvil. Small price to pay for the trial bonus, which was, I'll admit I forgot what the trial bonus is. It was the unit, okay. Incant or sweep? We don't really care that much about spell weakness, but sweep is very good. We're gonna go Merchant of Magic, Umbra Banner in all likelihood. I love 1 incant floor, but a sweeper that can get hit with like multi-strike and then large stone, or really you want quick, not multi-strike. Very useful. And we're gonna be going Merchant of Magic. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong one. Umbra unit or Stygian unit, Merchant of Steel, Merchant of Magic. We're gonna go Stygian unit. So give me the Xylophyte. Siren of the Sea can get multi-strike. You can get quick though, or multi-strike. I guess either one it'd be fine. All right, what do we get? We got Large Stone. I would like to put that on the Sweeper. So if we don't get a good unit here, what I can do is take the 10 gold. Ah, that's actually not enough gold. Man, not getting the Collector screwed my capability of getting upgrades, but I do kind of like the Siren more than the Guard. So we'll take the Siren. Yeah, this is a weird. The Guard does get more health for every incant, but the Siren also gets the +2 damage. Why would you not want to take the Siren here? And then for melding, I don't really think you want to meld anything. +5 and incant, +1/+1. You know, we could put that on the Xylophyte so eventually they start to scale. And with a sweepy unit, with a sweeper unit, that's not bad. But I feel like it's a little early to be worried about that sort of thing. So I think we're just going to stall for the time being, and instead we are going to leave, because we can always take another unit here and then Divine Temple, and then Divine Temple, and then there's probably gonna be at least one more. No. But there's still 3 Divine Temples in our future. Rather 2, one there and one there. So let's wait. We'll eke through this next combat, hopefully survive. Oh, sorry, allergies today are just killing me. And with 1 HP units, our Plinks will actually, you know, kill them. So Plink, should have really played the Siren first, but that's okay, we'll do it like this. Tank, or rather Ember Drain, Siren, Tethys, Hex. I guess we don't quite have as much morsel capacity as I would like, but that's okay. Sweep. I want you to get the gold. Even if it costs you your life, I will accept it. You are taking a lot of damage. Can I keep you alive? I bet you I could. We got the gold, and you're dying, but whatever. I really like these morsels. We can probably dump the magma morsel. I like having the frozen lance. I suppose we'll play frozen lance. Give you 1 life steal, and then if I tank a shot, you're gonna live. You're gonna be half dead, but I might be able to get you to sweep on this turn to get some kills. I could just give you some damage shield. I could give you some damage shield, but this floor is totally okay on this turn. So what about this? You do 5 damage, so that's the problem there. Well, if you deal 5 damage, a morsel in the front with a damage, oh, I could just give you 2 damage shield. I could give you a 1 damage shield with the morsel and then play the making of a morsel. You know what? You can take this one. I don't need you to live. You know what? I mean, what else are we gonna do with our turn? There's nothing else to do. So you know what? Now you're all taking 1 damage. But you're also getting... You didn't get spell you didn't get spell weakness? I guess when you die, you don't actually apply spell weakness. Okay, well, you know, I wish I would have known that. You're granting spikes, but I'm not that worried about it, because look at this, now all of a sudden, everything's free. Love it. We're gonna kill you in 1 hit anyways. I might as well just stop the 2 damage. Yeah, +6/+6, and then 2 spells. Again, we're killing the Protector in one hit. The best course of action is actually just this, just to stack up buffs on our Siren. We did manage to kill you. We're gaining, I don't know what we're gaining off of that, but it did enough damage that we took one less hit from the boss. Okay. I mean, that worked just fine. The Siren on her own can basically carry us for quite some time. With Split Anvil, I really like Offering. And then here, I really like Packed Morsels. So the reason why I took that Prismal Dust earlier, I guess I never did bring it up. I really want to put Damage Shield on our champion to keep him alive for sweeps and spikes. So that's why I have one of those in the deck. Packed Morsels is a good morsel generator, and we do need a better morsel generator because we only really have the making of a morsels right now, and this is free and it's a lot of morsels. Engine upgrade is more energy, which is nice, but I'm gonna take Packed Morsels because I think it's really good. And then we are going to go for either an Umbra unit or unit upgrades. And then we can get another Stygian unit coming up next. But we're not upgrading our units for like 3 more combats if we do this. Can we rely on spells to keep ourselves alive and like 1 unit melding? We're gonna have to, because... oh man. Multi-strike on the Siren would be amazing. Quick or Large Stone on the Xylophyte. You know, I actually think you do go Merchant of Steel. I think you need to get upgraded units. And we haven't upgraded them yet because we didn't get anything that we wanted, but we should get something. You know, there's only 4 of the expensive unit upgrades. Endless, Quick, Large, Multi-Strike. Multi-Strike will go on the Siren. Large or Quick can go in the Xylophyte. Endless will go on probably nobody, but hopefully we'll get the other 2 and then we can buy them both because we have the cash for it. So I think we go this way. With Multi-Strike, you want that on the Siren, for sure. And then, do you have enough gold to re-roll and buy whatever you want? Let's check out the caverns and see what we get. If we take the money, we should. So consumable cards. Stygian, Melting, Umbra. I don't think we want any of these. Yeah, so it's weird, but I'm gonna skip this. Do it again. I'm gonna skip this. Now we definitely have enough money, but even if we only got the 1 plus 10, now we have enough cash to re-roll and still buy one of the upgrades. And we got Large Stone. On the Siren, I have to admit that's pretty good, but I still think you want that on the Xylophyte because then they can actually live long enough to attack, and then also with Lifesteal, they're fine. They're gonna pog out of control, but Large Stone on the Siren is really good, I will admit. But don't you want this unit to sweep and kill the backline units quickly? I mean, we got spells. Planks, though? I mean, we can still put the champion and a morsel on your floor. But you're gonna get buffed anyways because I'm gonna incant the crap out of you. So I'm gonna Large Stone the Xylophyte, and then I hope in the future we can get a Quick. Spell Chain and Intrinsic. We did this last time, intrinsicing spell chaining a Packed Morsels. I am thinking a Spell Chain Ice Tornado is unplayable, or at least the second one, because it's going to be 4 energy. But sometimes it'll be playable if we get a energy morsel out of the Packed Morsels, but like, wouldn't you rather just Spell Chain this? Well, no, because you're not really going to be playing it twice. You could Spell Chain the Amulet and then maybe discard it. I like this because it's frozen, it'll stay in hand. I don't know, maybe we actually just go with nothing, but is nothing really the right idea here? All of our units kind of suck, unfortunately. We could intrinsic spell chain a packed morsel for 25, but I think that's not worth it. I think you take nothing. I think you ride it low, fly under the radar. We'll upgrade later, I guess. Sure. At least we still have, you know, plinks that can get kills down there. Speaking of, I don't really want to play down here because I want to buy time to let your rage decay. So I think we'll play Silo Fight there, Siren, Champion. Instead of incanting, I will kill one of those units. Okay, we got one. Damage shield. You are very good with lifesteal, so you should get the damage shield, and then you should also probably just incant. Nothing's making it up. The plinks are kind of unplayable up here because we'd much rather plink you, but we can still pack morsels up here, get the Cuddle Hex out there. We don't really need Cuddle Hex, do we? Now that I think about it, we want morsel up here. It's weird that we're playing morsels on the Siren floor, admittedly, but really the way I think about this is that the morsels are really just here to take the place of incants. We incant to get morsels, and then we eat the morsels to get even stronger, so we're kind of just buffing the singular unit. But we should get a unit after this. This is gonna make it a lot easier for us to, you know, be good, scale, etc. Everything's cheap. So you already have lifesteal. You getting one lifesteal doesn't actually matter because you have freaking damage shield. Okay. So I think I'm gonna give you the lifesteal. You can get raw stats, and energy. You might as well take this. You can take this. You can take this. We did get another morsel out of that, so we have even more energy next turn. And then next turn we'll play the Ice Tornado up here, because it'll make everything else free. We have a ton of energy. You know what? Maybe you don't play Ice Tornado. Maybe you just play a freaking Prismal Dust. So give me one morsel and then 5 damage shield. And then you know what? Die anyways. And then you know what? Plink. So we got a very good Siren. And one more upgrade on the Siren, like a quick or another multi-strike, all of a sudden I think you can double the Siren and use it as your sole unit for like the whole game. But the incant bonus plus the morsel bonus, I mean, we're getting a ton of value out of this. I was kind of hoping to get a another morsel out of it, but I guess I'll take what I can get. Bram, bram, baby. All right, so the boss was no problem. We did all of the trials. The only thing we missed out on, whoops, is we did not get one gold unit. That was it. Collector. I like Umbra Stone for trample because abilities are nice, and also trample sweep is kind of fun. Spells are good too, like just to play a high damage spell, kill units, and then also get everything else in your hand for free as long as it's not a 3-cost card. I like, but I really think that just getting trample is what we want. And I think you go for another Siren. You can meld it if you really need to, put it into another Siren and then duplicate it later, then you'll have an incant +3/+3 unit. Yeah, I mean, we want to scale. This is a good way of scaling. Capacity's not a problem, energy's not a problem. We'll go draw. I say energy's not a problem because of the anvil. If we get one 3-cost card, everything's free. So we don't want to duplicate now, we want to duplicate after we do some melding. So I think we're gonna go for a relic and card removal. When played, your champion gets +50% attack. Well, we're gonna have one strong champion, even though he's still weak. Ascend or Descend, we have none of those in the deck at all right now, so I think we will go for stronger champion, I guess. His Frostbite build is 60 damage, so now it's gonna be 90. I mean, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. And then Stygian unit. Now, unfortunately, we did not get what we were looking for. What were we looking for? Frost Tank. I will say, a guard? No, why would we want Incant 2 when we can get Incant 1/1? Because then with 1 lifesteal, you're back up to full health. Do we need a Cold Celia Sweeper? Not really. I think, honestly, our units are okay. Once we meld, and we have to meld coming up next, once we meld, we can just duplicate, I think, the Siren and then have 2 pretty decent units for the champion and then 1 unit for sweep clearing, as long as we can get quick for them. So I think we just skip this. I want to try to avoid getting too many units too quickly like I usually do. And then coming up, shops, I think I am actually going to take the gold. With only 1 temple for the remainder of the game, I'd really like to be able to make some good shops. So we got basically what we wanted. And then for you, I mean, you basically just need all of the morsels. I could even give you lifesteal. Give that to you, and then I guess we could just put out a train steward to die. Not a very, I mean, I wish that we were killing these units a little bit faster, but that's what the freaking Ice Tornado is for. It's gonna be maintained in hand, we'll play it next turn. Are we okay being Ember Drained? Actually, no, because I do want to Ice Tornado next turn. So what we're going to do is we are going to not incant the Siren. We're gonna play a morsel first. Then we can play like a Ice Tornado. Plink isn't gonna do it. I mean, nothing else is gonna do it, so. I mean, Ice Tornado is a good card, and honestly, if we build good spells, this Siren can weaken the units, and then we can kill them with spells on like the 2nd floor. We got options, man, we got options. We also have another Siren, but I really wanted that spell out on that turn. Okay. I think we're in the clear. And our champion is doing how much? 51 damage? I guess he was doing 45 and then it got increased. So dump the, I guess dump the Plink. Do we want Trample? Trample doesn't really do that much. So I think we actually, well, you know what? We can play everything for free by playing this first. And then if we have Trample, we probably either trample the Siren or the champion. 23 times 2. I think we'll trample the champion. That way, if he has to get the kill in the middle unit, he'll hit the back one as well. Everything's dying. You'll love to see it. Dump the Plink. Morsel me up. And then you might as well put out a, you know, we will put out the Cuddle Hex, but we're also gonna put out another morsel. Keep buffing the crap out of this Siren. You're taking 85 damage. You're not quite dead. So as much as it would be nice to sap down here, I think we sap up here for the double incanting, which is enough to get the kill. Now, do you play the Siren or do you wait for more morsels? It's unlikely we're going to get more morsels, but we can still save the Siren and just use them as a chump blocker for the future, I guess. It's not very good, but sure. Like, play these, play this. If you're hitting me, take him out of the equation. Save the Siren, and next turn we'll think about if we want to put the Siren out there and just have her tank like 2 hits from this guy. Well, At least that's an easy turn. Nah, we're just gonna play this. Yeah, we can easily play all of our spells with the split anvil and 2 and 3 cost cards. And can't apply armor 1. So I really like this. I think that having the Guardian Stone means that our champion can actually survive if we can give them armor, and then it's also just armor for our other units. I really like Titan's Tooth though, because again, it'll make everything else free. And I also like Ancient Synergy just because it is a lot of damage. Incant armor. With damage shield, that's less important, and I kinda do wanna have both 2 sirens on the same floor. So you know what? I'm just gonna take the Titan's Tooth. It's a good spell. We could have also melded the thing, you know, the thing. The armor one onto like the Cuddle Hex or something, but nah. Gem Trove. If we make it cheap, we can play it. What's coming up next? A Merchant of Magic or Merchant of Trinkets? I kind of like the Merchant of Magic so we can upgrade spells. Frost, Holdover, etc. Gem Trove is very good. Add morsels to your hand, create copies of a morsel. I think I prefer Gem Trove. If you make it cheaper, it can hit the split anvil. And it's always playable. Shroud Mitosis is not going to be always playable. Frozen cards are 0. I mean, that's just perfect. It's exactly what you're looking for. Better Train Stewards is also nice just to make them good gorging targets, but now we can put Frost on our spells and then they're always going to be free. Now, I would love to freeze this card. Can we make it frozen? I don't know. We can make it cost 2 less, which is really nice. And we need to engage pack. And I think we're just gonna put the Siren in the Siren. Let's just do that now so I don't forget. It's not amazing, but like, it'll scale quickly and then we can dupe it later, I hope. Double stack. I mean, you know, double damage shield. Yeah, I kind of do like it. 1 good blink is okay. Let's make this playable. We'll double stack that and then remove consume. Do we really care about a pack morsels coming back around? Not really. X-2 is just terrible. Let's make 1 good plink. Let's upgrade the... Let's upgrade the... I'm gonna give this -2. It's 2x plus 1. We can usually play it for value. And then it'll also give a lot of damage shield to our champion, hopefully, which will keep him alive. And then here, remove consume. I really don't care about a card consuming. So I think we'll just make something else cheaper. And I guess we'll make the Gem Trove cheaper? It's a good card, now it's always gonna be playable. I mean, Holdover is what I was looking for, obviously, but we didn't get it, so. Sure. Hopefully in the future we can get some unit duplication. Non-boss enemy units get +6. I think we can turn this on. You're not a sweeper, you're just a harvest unit. And our units are very tanky, and we can put morsels in front of them to give them damage shields and lifesteal and such. I think this is gonna be a little bit rough, but I think with the damage shield capability that we have, I think we're in the clear. I really would have preferred to have quick on our units, but we'll get there, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I really like this turn. We're gonna be Ember Drain next turn, but I think that's actually okay. And we are playing it in a specific order here. We're gonna give you all damage shield. Now we have cards that are cheap. That's a good play. Oh, I have to sneeze. Excuse me, princess. We want you to have damage shields. You are a harvest unit, so we don't really want to put anything out here. Although I could kill the frontline unit by putting a couple of morsels out. So this is a weird one. However, by playing it like this, I give you 30 armor, but you're dead. Now, Silo Fight kind of needs to come out. We have a Titan's Tooth, which is perfect for this floor. It's gonna make everything else in our hand free. And now you're taking 26 damage. I don't think we play the Ice Tornado. We don't need to. I want to save it for when we actually need it on the top floor with the spell weakness. Because right now you're dead and you're just hitting a damage shield. Who cares? Now, you could be a problem. That might be a good play here. But we also have Guardian Sap. Guardian Sap? Guardian's Amulet? Guardian Sap! It's looking like the Silophyte's gonna die by the next turn, but even if she does, that's okay. If we can Prismal Dust her to keep her alive, we will. For now, I think we just want to incant. It's a massive incant, but I think it's what we want. And Ice Tornado, it could keep her alive, but it's probably not going to. You have a spell shield. Why are you not dying? Because you're healing yourself fully. Yeah, I think we just wait. I mean, I love this turn. If we Prismal Dust for 8 damage shield, we can play everything else in our hand. So we're gonna start here. Now you're living for a long time. Then we can give our champion trample, so he can kill the units in the back. Now you're dead. We can plink just for the hell of it. We can Frozen Lance for the hell of it. And then honestly, I am very much tempted to Ice Tornado here just to see if we can save a couple of damage shields, actually. It worked. So that's why we have that damage shield card. For the perfect opportunity of having 6 energy. We want to play that. And we want to play Cuddle Hex, I think. Somewhere. We'll start here. You need lifesteal. You also kind of need a damage shield. You also kind of need a damage shield, though. So here's what I'm thinking. We have a plink. It's probably going to get a kill. Okay. Here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to play Magma Morsel and Cuddle Hex. And then we're going to... It doesn't matter what we freeze. I would prefer to freeze the Morsel Jeweler. Because I can give you 1 more damage shield so that you have maybe an opportunity. Ah, you have stealth. This is not good, as I would say. Let's Titan's Tooth. You're still not quite dead, but I am gonna get slightly stronger. Wow, I'm not really doing as much as I thought I would. You are going to hit the pyre once. That kind of sucks. Why are you hitting the pyre once? You know what? We're killing you, so incanting isn't actually giving you any more damage. Really, this is a weird one. The trample on Siren would have been way more valuable. Because we overkilled that front enemy unit by like 60. I mean, you got 2 damage shields. You really need more health, though. You're not getting it. +6, +6. It would make you tank 1 more hit, but I mean, well, 14, 14. Yeah, it makes you tank one more hit. You just cast spells up here. So you only have 4. If we get 1 lifesteal morsel, I think we're pretty much there. Now you're dead. We didn't even need it. Would have been nice to have, though. Now you're living, you're taking 72. That was close! This was like the perfect counter boss for what our build was. If we can't attack, we can't do anything. We took 1 hit. Whatever. Ice Storm. It's a good card, but I think we just want these offering cards because whenever we play them, we're very happy. It makes everything else free. Sometimes we can play these for free. And, yeah. We can make them cheaper later, maybe, hopefully. Emberforge, +1 energy per turn, Crucible extension. I think the extension is what we want so that we can play more morsels on our floors. And we tend to be able to play these expensive cards, or these 2-cost cards. Choose an artifact. Friendly units get +10. Units cost -4. Units being cheaper would help a little bit so I could play a 3-cost card on the same turn. This could be an opportunity to take gold, but I think making 1 combat easy, especially when it's the boss combat, for 25 gold, that's a price I would pay. So I think we will, if we make enemy units enter with Frostbite 4, the weak support units will die on the bottom floor. So let's go for that one. It's not good, but it's fine. And then we could duplicate, but I think we want to go for the upgrades, and then we can duplicate later, because we want quick, more multi-strike, large stone. We got duplication here at the very end, right next to the Merchant of Magic. I would almost always prefer, I think, to upgrade units and then duplicate them later. And this is kind of exactly what we're looking for. Now, Siren with only 10 HP is a little low, but they're going to be on a more upper floor after the enemies, so I think this scaling is fine. And can't gain armor. Let's make something on the Cuddle Hex, and then reroll. Endless. You know, an endless silo fight is pretty good. Are we going to have the opportunity to upgrade units again? Technically, if we go here, yes. At the end of your turn, apply Frozen to a random card in your hand. This is a very classic build. You freeze a card and then it's free. Purge, gain 40x gold. Yeah. We never did win with this. We need to win with this at some point to, like, complete, but we also need to win with this at some point to complete, don't we? Purge, gain 40x gold. The perfect card to have along with that, event where Purge becomes Consume, but I'll just take it so we can freeze it and then play it at the end of combat or something. I really want Silophyte to be able to attack every turn. Enemies do so much damage though that we really do need quick. What's coming up next? If we're going to go Merchant of Magic here, we can probably go another unit upgrade and search for quick. And then here we just duplicate our sirens and hope for the best. Fingers crossed, right? Yeah. In which case, you just being able to survive a hit is kind of nice. Yeah. Yep. Endless is tempting. Sorry, squeaky chair. Endless is tempting because if we get the right cards, we can keep you alive through damage shield or morsels or other body blockers. But quick just means that you can kill everything before they hit you, which I think is way better because I don't want to really have to spend 1 energy every turn to play you. If I freeze you, you'll be free, but if I freeze you, then that means I'm not playing you, which means you're not attacking or dying, and you're kind of just like a waste of space. Because I really want to go for +1 draw on the next boss fight as well, because then we can draw a lot of cards, make them free, play them for free, and can't for free, and fall out of control. At which point... Are we really gonna do top floor divinity? No. So are the I'm trying to figure out where the champion's gonna go on the divinity fight. I guess the idea is that you maybe save the champion and play it after you play Crucible Extension. On the middle floor, maybe? I guess you can just play the morsels and eat them. We have scaling, we don't need to gorge the morsels. So what I'm debating right now is whether or not I should go Merchant of Magic or Merchant of Steel next. Because we're not gonna do Merchant of Steel here. We're gonna get another Siren. Spell upgrades would be kind of nice. I mean, holdover on Crucible Extension would be great. Or on an Offering Token, or on a Titan's Tooth. Yeah. I think we're gonna not go for Merchant of Magic. Or sorry, I think we're gonna upgrade our spells. In that case, you being either endless or tankier is in my best interest, and I'm going to make you tankier. And then I'm just gonna... I'll give you +10 attack. So our units are set. We're not gonna upgrade them anymore. I really wanted quick, but we went to like 3 merchants, I think, and we couldn't find it. We got 2 multi-strike though, which is really good. So who did we draw on turn 1? We drew both of them, that's perfect. I mean, we drew everything, that's perfectly acceptable. You go here. Now you do take a lot of damage, but the thing is, even though you take a lot of damage, I can heal you with the morsels, and I have damage shield and all that fun stuff. Here, I think we accept that we're gonna have an energy problem. But everything on the bottom floor died anyways, and we have we have time to worry about you. Any sweepers? No? Perfect. You get lifesteal. I mean, this is what we want. Damage shield or lifesteal goes on you. In this situation, we can do both. You get whatever scrap remains, and for the time being. And then for trample, gotta admit, trample's really good here. It's not gonna do too much damage now, but later it will. And then we just, Frozen Lance. We're gonna freeze 2 cards. And they're both gonna be free. We have a good strategy here. So again, if you don't have to play a card, you might as well keep it in hand and then play it later. So you're healing. Let's give you that one, and honestly, let's give you this one too. We can scale you slightly. We'll play these 2 up here. Yeah. Play you there. We should... This is a funny one. We're gonna Offering Token and discard the Train Steward, play the Frozen Lance, and now we're gonna freeze 2 cards, and they're both gonna be free. We don't need to discard Offering cards if they cost 0. We can just play them. Now we have 4 energy. This is a very good turn for a damage shield. 10 damage shield. I think it's worth the most on the Siren. And then we'll just play like a sap down here to reduce the damage you take. And then if we get a lifesteal morsel, which would be perfect, we could give you a little bit of protection, which didn't happen, but that's okay. I do like that the boss is here. You know what? Hit him. Play the bad plink. And then you know what? Play the Frozen Lance too. We're gonna hold on to the good Plink until a situation arises where it can kill. And that might be next turn. Not the bottom floor, the top floor. It's 42 damage twice, which should give us 1 morsel. But first, oh, that's also really good. So it's not the morsel we wanted. Damage shield plus morsels. I'm gonna put it up here. You can take the damage shield. We still have plinks that are playable. They could get a kill. It did. Not really what we wanted as far as morsels go, but we'll just put more health down here. You can have more energy and stats. And then play both of these. Train Steward being frozen, it's a body blocker for Relentless, so we'll hold on to that. Yeah, we're going through our decks super fast, so card draw does seem appropriate here. And this is what I was hoping for with Gift of Gratitude, because that's 200 gold. Everything else is free, and then we have offering token possibility here. Plink is never gonna get a kill. But the Train Steward also sucks. I was gonna say Plink might get a kill down here, but it doesn't. What does get kills though is Ice Tornado killing you. Now you live. 93 times 3 Siren of the Sea. Yeah, if we dupe the Siren of the Sea, I think we're gonna be fine. And the Xylophyte, at least on this combat, did do what we needed it to do. What did we need it to do? Survive. It survived, it weakened the units, put some spell shields on them. That's all we needed. You should probably take 1 damage shield. Plink's never gonna get a kill. So we're just gonna keep incanting, and then we might as well keep giving you the good ones. You can have health. We'll just hold on to this Magma Morsel. Yeah, we've got scaling in the bag. I mean, what was the problem with the last run? I didn't scale fast enough. This run we can scale. More than fast enough. Our spells are great. We're gonna upgrade them to make them even better. We're easily doing enough damage to survive everything. Should have probably played a Train Steward, but whatever. If they get held in hand, they get held in hand. And now we're not even... How about this 2 Train Stewards in front? We're not even really taking any damage on our Siren, and they are a 600 damage unit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Return eaten units to your hand, magic power, or sap frostbite. This is too many morsels, even though they're good. So I think we skip this. It's a rare pack, but none of these cards really interest me at all. And then you almost certainly go for card draw. Capacity is also really tempting, but because of the freezing that we have going on, if we draw a card on the wrong turn, we can just hold it in hand and then play it later anyways. And our champion is gonna be a 90 by 9 unit. Finally did get holdover. Holdover on Crucible Extension or Making of a Morsel is what I'm interested in. I think I'm gonna go Crucible Extension. Being able to keep playing morsels on one floor is really nice. Titan's Tooth is also tempting because it's very likely to be frozen. It's also very tempting on Ice Tornado. However, I think that we have more important cards. Like a sweep card I think is very nice, and especially if this could be double stacked as well, we're probably gonna be able to play it every turn, or at least freeze it every turn. So I'm gonna make a holdover Titan's Tooth, and then I'm going to just dump a Plink. We're going to make Crucible Extension cheaper is nice. Double stack, I mean, that's literally what I wanted. You might think that that's not the play. I think it is, because I think we're gonna be drawing enough and playing enough that card is basically going to be playable every turn, or frozen. Plus 10 magic power. Should probably put that on the Ice Tornado. Still have a lot of cash, which is nice. Spikes. We have a Train Steward. We got a bad Train Steward, yeah. But I think actually the Plink getting out of the deck is a little bit better. I've got other spells that I want to be playing, not that one. We'll take the gold and we'll duplicate a unit. We'll be at 100 pacts, so no reason to get the money here. We'll probably go for the trial unless it's heal. It's heal. You had to tempt me, because it's the only one that I don't really want to do. I mean, it's... Can we do enough damage to kill the units? Our Siren was kicking ass, but it does take a while to get that strong. It's very tempting though. Early on, everything's weak is gonna die to the sweep, and then we can just stack up one super floor, and then we've got the high damage from our champion backing us up. Dude, I never do this. Well, I always do it, and I always end up regretting it. I often never do it. This time around, I kinda wanna do it just to see what happens. So I mean, I think we're just gonna play this down here. We got very lucky on this. Now we're gonna have no Ember Drain next turn. And then we're just gonna hold on to the Train Steward. Now we're guaranteed to draw the Sweeper. I think I would like to try to kill this unit before I put down the Sweeper. Pretty much as good as it gets. We don't need a Train Steward. Remember, something is gonna be frozen. Also remember, if you play this, something is gonna be free. That something free is gonna be everything. So trample on the champion, I still think is what you want. Though admittedly, trample on a unit that has like 100 damage is probably better. So you know what, you can take the trample. I need you to scale an attack as quickly as possible. And we have no more space for morsels, so freeze this, play it next turn. I mean, this is just a beautiful deck and a beautiful run that we are developing here. You're dead, so we can hold on to the Titan's Tooth. It's gonna be frozen. I do, however, think that you getting 10 damage shield is probably in our best interest. You're taking a lot of damage every turn. So you can take this, and then I'll give this damage shield up here for the incanting. You can take the lifesteal. You can take these two. This is already frozen. Now the Titan's Tooth is gonna be free, and it's holdover, so when we play it, it'll come back. And this might not be the right combat to show off this card, but it is still a good card that we're gonna be wanting, and I think it is still proving itself valuable. I mean, I just love this, because now the Plink is free. You need attack, then we can play a Cuddle Hex. You don't need to, like 19 attack is enough to kill these weak units. We should play this and this. We should play this if we're not playing anything else. And you know what? It will save us some damage shield. And then you know what? Let's play this. And then kill this, and then that's gonna be frozen. Maybe we should have played, saved the Ice Tornado for the top floor, but I was kind of hoping to kill this unit. It didn't work, but at least now we're killing you. More capacity. We will be able to hold on to the Titans, 50-50 chance of holding on to the Titan's Tooth. Beautiful. Actually, it's even worse than that. My math on whether or not we were playing that card was very off. And don't even play the morsels. There's no reason to play the morsels. We did get, you know what? My math was even more off. I forgot we had the Cuddle Hex out there. So now the freaking card is free. You're taking a lot of damage. I would like to kill you. Can I kill you? We'll think about it. For now, play this, everything else is free. You know what, let's play it down here. Now you're at least living. I can't be mad about that. We'll play this up here though, and we'll play the Gem Trove up here as well. All right, you get the stats. I mean, you're a 300 times 3 unit with 300 HP, or 100 HP rather. You're a freaking showstopper here. Everything's frozen? If everything's frozen, I will play the packed morsels because we're gonna freeze them both anyways. So you might as well, you know, get lifesteal, then get damage shield, and then you'll heal up on the next combat. Depending on what the boss is, I forgot. It's this guy. Not a problem though. We got the Titan's Tooth for free this time. And 1 damage shield will keep you going. Honestly, you can take the life steal. The boss isn't making it past this floor anyways. Should have played this in a different order. We could have saved 9 damage. Oh no! Well, you know what? There you go. Eat it. Eat the shot. Eat the shot, man. So you're taking 59. That's not a lot, but we didn't design this around killing this guy on this floor. The silo fight did her job. Saved the top floor a lot of damage. And I might as well save this to play it next turn on the top floor. And then we can't play this, but this is free. We should probably play... Sap is not gonna matter really. So just play like the Ice Tornado for damage, then this, then this, then this. Then weirdly enough, you can get away with this. And we actually got through the deck pretty quickly. We were able to play that capacity card multiple times. Top floor capacity was looking sweet. Took no pyre damage, and that was a pretty, you know, rough trial. So the fact that it was that easy feels great. Do we need another Titan's Tooth? Because one of them's holdover, probably not. So I think we skip this. Card removal is something I would take at this point, but it's hard to get. I think more capacity is good. Cave-In is also tempting, but we didn't take the Daze relic. We don't need energy. So I think you go Crucible Extension. We want capacity to both play morsels and body blockers, but mostly the morsels. Have to duplicate, and we know what we have to duplicate. I mean, there's only one option. The good Siren. We'll take a free relic. X plus 3. We have X cost cards. In particular, well, this one. But that's a lot of damage shield, and none of these even really fit. We have no Umbra units, because we got good Sirens. If they hit the Pyre Room, I'm dead anyways, so X plus 3 will keep someone alive. Before we check this out, let's go to the artifact. Plus 2 frostbite each time it's applied, or draw 1. I like drawing 1, return 1. If you don't want to play a card, you can save it for later. At the start of battle, summon a morsel each floor. Kinda don't like it because it's probably going to... I think we like 50% chance of discarding consume. I don't like the fact that it interrupts the capacity. If I'm going morsels, it makes sense because it's 1 free gorge. But we saw in the last run that we kind of had to play around that morsel miner being on whatever floor we were trying to play our champion on because it interrupted the capacity to play what I wanted to play. And it might do the same thing here. So again, I kind of like just doing this. Making great cards. And what can be cheaper? I mean, Crucible Extension, if it costs 0, I'm in love. If it costs 1 and just holdover, I'm in love. Remove Consume. Because these have a 50% chance of being discarded anyways, I don't think we need to remove Consume. I think we want to make more cards consume. So please give me a good Consume Plinks on everything, cheap Crucible Extensions, and then I guess we'll take discard Consume. Literally exactly enough gold. I may have not been running the math on my cash, but it's meant to be, man. It's meant to be. And we don't worry about buffs or debuffs. You know, we stack raw stats on the Siren. That's why I love the Siren. 1 energy, 2 energy, 3 energy, 4 energy. We only have 3 energy in hand. Let's draw this next turn because we have to play some cards in hand on this turn. We don't have enough frozenness to play this. But yeah, this is great. It's great. Sirens we want on the same floor, and we're gonna have an energy problem next turn. So what do you play here? I think honestly, you just plink to buy yourself a little bit of time. And if the morsel dies, the morsel dies, but you accept it. And we froze a very good card. 2 energy. This will make everything that costs 1 free, so we can hopefully save one of the Titan's Tooths. But we have to play the Icy Silophyte as well. It's a little bit of an energy problem, but the Silophyte will live on this floor. We don't need Trample. I would like to plink, so we'll get rid of the Umbra Stone. You kind of have to be played, and I don't mind if the Magma Morsel dies. You need capacity, so we can play something up here. That saved us a little bit. You need Lifesteal. Can't play it. You know what? Fair enough. You should definitely just take this to live in the future. So hopefully we get to keep the Lifesteal Morsel. It's unlikely. Oh, let's go! I know that the spell may have been a better choice to save there, but I really like what we saved here. We got to play all of it. Because if we keep you alive, and with the damage shield we can, with a plink we can make you heal back up to full health. So we'll start here. This should keep our Sirens both living. Everything else is going to be free. It didn't kill. As a result, I think we have to damage shield Silophyte, but I think it's totally okay. Because this is kind of what we wanted anyways. The Silophyte is such... You sweep? So let's not play the Morsel. The Silophyte is such a good unit at just weakening everything. 14 damage shield is going to last long enough that we can heal her up with Lifesteal, hopefully. For Trample, we don't... Because we have so many individual hits, let's put the Trample here. Now you're taking more damage. Everything up here is dead. We're not going to play the Lifesteal Morsel on the top floor. We're going to save it for the Silophyte. We can heal the top floor. It's called playing spells. This is unplayable, but it is still reserved. What do we not play? You get played. You get saved. We don't really need a Frozen Lance this turn. We don't really need the Plinks either, so let's get the Plink next turn. And by next turn, I mean right now. If there's not much else to play, I guess we will play the Plink. All right. We can at least play the Cuddle Hex. And Cuddle Hex should honestly guard the second Siren just so that she can live a little bit longer on Relentless. You sweep. That's bad. And I made a mistake playing my cards. I didn't notice, honestly. I guess because he was Shard Enhanced, I didn't realize he was a sweeper. That kind of blows. And then we're also Ember Drained. Oh, crap. Luckily, we can still play cards, but that is That is pretty bad. I don't even think we can keep one of the sirens alive. Yeah, you're barely dying, but you're dying. We have another siren backing us up, but playing the units when we played them on that previous turn, it screwed me up more than I thought it would. Now, luckily we have damage shield. We can protect our champion. How are these units making it up so easily? Like, am I not really putting up any resistance here? I really thought we would be in a better position, but no, like apparently we're just not doing anything. It is 12 damage. 1 damage shield is enough, so I honestly think we put 12 damage shield on you. We've got to slow down these units. There is another sweeper coming around though. But we got to keep you alive so you can kill this stuff. So I think we will play 1 damage shield. But you sweep. If you sweep, I've got to put down morsels and then damage shield them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play this here. Everything else is gonna be free. No damage. With the damage shield, I think we're best playing it here. Lucky it got the kill. With damage shield, you don't really need lifesteal. You kinda need lifesteal and more damage. 4, 5, 6. This is gonna change things a lot. I think we're gonna kill the Gilded Wing. Don't worry about it. Now you're taking 64. Now you're taking 200. So we're not quite killing you, but you should die next turn. I hope. You do 4 damage, so I can't even play one of these morsels. But still, you're only gonna hit us for 1. We are Ember Drain, so we only have 1 energy though. The Ember Drain is crushing it. Crushing it. Everything is gonna be free. I can't even sap you to stop you from Ember Draining me. I really should have made this double stack. However, play this, then we can play sap for free. You're dying, beautiful. Do we even want to play it down here? Probably not, because yeah, I think we just wanna, well, if we play it down here and we draw it again, we can sap you here. So I actually think we do play it down here. Because I really wanted to buff the Siren, but after I took a second to think about it, I actually think this is probably better. We're still doing 300 damage per turn, but it's getting to the point where that's not enough because we lost the Siren earlier, unfortunately. You're almost both dying, our champion is dying, and I unfortunately do not see the champion living. So our hopes and dreams are reliant upon, you have 15 goddamn lifesteal. Our hopes and dreams are almost entirely reliant upon 1 Siren, which is probably not good enough. I mean, if I play these units, they're all dead. I can't believe we're getting to this point and dying, but I have to admit, it's probably just the fact that we are playing Stygian. It's just the fact that our champion died. If our champion lived, the boss would be able to be killed on this floor. We just can't stack up the Frostbite. It's the damn sweepers and the champion only having 9 HP. I really should have played the double stack. We can still draw it. Okay, if we can still draw it, dump this. But we should have really played that on the champion. It would have kept him alive. You're healing, which is absolutely terrible. I 100% still think you play it up here though. And then we just gotta stack up as much as we can on this floor. So damage shield, morsel miner, damage, more damage shield. more damage, and then we can't even play the Train Steward, which is fine. We're only gonna freeze one card. I would love to be able to kill you with a Plink. However, I think I'm gonna play these for the Incanting. I think it's gonna be close. If we can get morsels, we can make it happen. Okay, it's actually not close at all, but we got very good draw. We don't need 2 of these. But it doesn't matter, we're gonna draw them anyways. Now you're taking 800 damage. Now you're taking 1,000 damage. And it kind of just comes down to whatever we get out of this. And I don't think we got enough. Absolutely not. Okay, so this is extremely disappointing. I really thought we had something good here. The one Siren dying, and then the sweep killing our champion. I really thought we had it. I could probably restart the fight and maybe do a better job, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna accept it. Yeah, disappointing. The second Siren dying ruined it, and the champion dying. And how did that happen? Admittedly, I think we just took a lot of damage, which is why our Siren died. I focused too much on keeping the sweeper alive. We should have played the damage shield on the Siren, keep her alive, keep incanting. Just bad luck, I think, but also Tethys Titansbane. He's just too weak. It's just one of the worst champions. Not as bad as the Queen, personally speaking, but I will admit fully that the fact that Spikes and Sweep just kills this unit with very little recourse sucks. Maybe we should have taken the armor unit. I really thought that the damage shield would protect ourselves, but if we had the armor unit, we would have kept the champion alive and probably won. So let this be a lesson to myself for the future, that armor totem, we should have taken it. I think it showed up before we took the Crucible extension though, which is why I was a little bit wary of grabbing it, but even just on the off chance that it could keep us alive, we should have probably grabbed it. It's a bit of a mistake, but still, fun run. I had fun with it, and Siren of the Sea is a kick-ass unit that can carry your run, if only you can keep it alive until it scales in health, and then you give it lifesteal morsels. That too, you know, a lifesteal morsel or a damage shield would have turned the tide in our favor with the Sirens. Close, but not close enough.